Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cheryl Elgie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, I'm again using, I can't stop playing with these two sets, the Sunset Coast and the Waterside Retreat. I'm sort of seesawing between the two, and they make cute, not so much cute, but wonderful fun folds. I discovered this fun fold I'm doing this afternoon for you. It's by Michelle Jurista. I think that's how you say her name. And she has a tutorial on her blog, which is Butterflies and Bows, I believe. So if you go there, but I will give you a bit of an idea what the measurements are. So we start with a piece that is, Michelle has both metric and imperial measurements on her blog. So, but I'll be giving you the metric ones because that's what I work in. Okay, so our piece is 20 centimetres long by 10.5 wide. And this is how the fold works. And that's how the straight lines are the cut lines. I will demonstrate that because I haven't done that yet on mine. And the dotted ones are the score lines. So when I was playing with this, I used a piece of retired cardstock, luckily, because I thought, oh yeah, I'll do that both ends, but you don't. It's different both ends. These ones, it's obvious when you look at it, but I was just, I know what to do, as you do, and just go ahead and do it. So these ones are obviously outside the square, these cut lines, and these ones are inside, which is the mistake I made. So I will grab my supplies and we'll get going. Well, thanks for the like, Maria. Are you watching? Might be doing something, might be working or something. Okay, so I've got I haven't got to, but this is the 10.5 by 20 piece of cardstock. I will need to stand up because with my eye, even if I had good eyes, you can't really see things from where you were sitting down. I'm just going to see whether you can see what I'm doing there. I need to bring that down a bit, perhaps. I can probably push that down a bit and it won't tip. Anyway, I think you'll get the idea. So we're going to pop this side over to the 2.5 centimetre line here. Then we're going to start cutting on that line from 2.5 centimetres, which is there. Stand up and see. I'm not really accurate with my cutting, really, but, and then we're going to go all the way down to 17.5. Okay, let's go back up again, make sure that's in the right spot. And then I'm going to flip that, turn it right around 180 degrees, and we're going to go the same measurements. And probably I can go up from there because it should be on the same line, but I will check before I take the paper away from the trimmer, just so I can sort of see whether it's straight or not. I need to come down a little bit with this one. That's what my eye is telling me. I think that's about right, both ends. Now, get our cutting blade out of the way. Now we're going to go over to the 2.5 centimetre mark again, and doesn't really matter which one you start on. Got to stand up so I can see where the line is. We're going to go on the outsides of these lines. Hi Sharon, how you going? So, can you see that from the cut line to the outside, from this cut line to the outside? And then, so that's 2.5. You could do it on this side, but you've got more cardstock to hang on to. That's why I flip it over to the other side. Then we're going to go from the 5 centimetre, the same from the cut line to the outside, cut line to the outside. Let's make sure I got that. And then down to the other end, over to 2.5 again. This time we're going inside the cut lines. I think that's right. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. A little bit further there. Oh, still a little bit further. There we go. And then over to the 5 centimetre line, and you could do them both from this end, but like I said, I like to do them where I can hang on to a bit more cardstock, so I'm not having things slip around on me. Make sure I got all the way down. Oh, I did. Okay, now we go. So that's all there is to it. That's it, done. Well, not really. We've got to decorate, of course, but that's basically the fold. Now, carefully fold these so you're not bending where you don't want to bend. Just manipulate it so that you're burnishing where you're not gonna, there we go, you're not going to crease anything that's not meant to be creased, which is a bit of a tricky area here. That's, so go this way, that's how a card goes, okay? So now I worked on a couple of different ideas, and I will show you them at the end. But I'm using the, and it's still current, Country Woods paper. Because I wanted to use the shells. I'm not using any boats or anything. I thought I'd make this a little bit more of a feminine card, okay? So let's grab our glue, our adhesive. Just checking that you can see. I'll have to move my camera, I don't know. Put that straight so you're not... So I had it in the right place for my trimmer. Now I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all right for you. Get some glue on here. Let's put down our DSP. Possibly may have needed that a bit shorter, but anyway. And work out which way you want these in the same direction. If you wanted them all to be matching, oh, don't you do that. Don't you do that, naughty glue. Seal, I think it's a dead one, that's why. grabbed my paper, but I think I'll be able to rescue it. It's lucky I've got some more anyway. Now I've got a sticky blob of glue on my finger. Get off. Get off. Can't craft with you stuck to me. Get off. Goodness me. Gotcha. Now, do I have another one that's ready to go rather than make you wait while I do that? It only takes a second, but we don't have a second. That one. It's going to wreck my paper again. Oh, there we go. Only because it started wrecking it before, I think. So I've allowed a little bit more border around mine than what Michelle did. So I mean, it's up to you how you cut yours. That's gone in there. That's handy, not? There we go. So I think this is that's 2.5. So mine are 2 centimeters, but you do you do whatever measurement you like. And I have lots of Christmas stuff to share with you, but out of the upcoming catalogue, but I have lots of things products I haven't shared with you out of the current catalogue, so I'm not really keen to jump in until I have to. I'll be sad to see these products. Well, they don't really go. They'll be in some of the things that went out of the annual catalogue are still in the online store, so it's not like they're just gone. It's got glue around it. Can we see? We can. Let's do that. And we've got 2 more bits. Yes, 2 more bits there. And what I mean by matchy-matchy, if you wanted to, you could cut your piece so that everything flows, but for this card I didn't really think it mattered too much. And then we're going to take our piece of Misty Moonlight paper and we're going to tear. And I got the inspiration for this part of the design, not the card itself, but the design idea from my beautiful friend Lou Kitzelman. I was looking on Pinterest for an idea of what to do. I had a totally different idea. I was going to use this side of this same paper and make it feminine and put shells and things. And then I saw what Lou had done with just a normal card, and she kind of it was really great. Lou's just the loveliest person. I'm going to save that for my greeting, so I'm sure she won't mind me pinching her idea. She's inspired me with her idea for the placement of for the paper, the colours of the paper, and the placement of the shells a little bit. Mine's a little bit different, but so hers wasn't a fun fold. Oh, I don't believe it was. I just looked at this design on the front. It's great how we all inspire each other, isn't it? We're lucky to have a community of people, of demonstrators and other people, other crafters that inspire us in lots of ways. So I think I only need one of them. Just going to pop that down. And then we'll get to decorating. No particular way to pop that down, just like that. I think, or maybe do I want it this way? Maybe I want it that way. Yeah, I think I like that way better. Not that it makes much difference, but I'm going to grab my glue. So we're going to, the only dies I'm using, I'm not using any of the stamps because it doesn't have a happy birthday. The happy birthday will come from the Lovely Arrangements set, and that one I'll be hanging on to way after it's retired because it's a beautiful, it's a nice simple greeting that will fit anywhere. So yeah, so I'll show you the dies that I'm using, which is this one. I actually might put the glue on that while I'm showing you. A bit worried that might be empty, and I really need it for this. That's why I didn't use it for the other bits and pieces. Don't know whether it's seizing up on me or it's empty. I know it's still got some in it. Or you could use the adhesive sheets. The adhesive sheets do have a place in our crafting life, but honestly, and you know I'm always honest with you, they give me the irrits when you have to poke out little pieces because they're sticky and it sticks. Everything sticks and I end up with sticky stuff all over my fingers and everywhere. So I love my Sweet Petunia glue gun, just love it. I don't use it for everything, but for things like this, I wouldn't be without it. How much more do we need? That's about it, I think. So now I'm going to position that just right here, like that. It's like a fishing net. And then I was going to show you that, wasn't I? So that's the die I used for that. I am right under the camera, so you should be able to see that. And this is the little die I've used for the shells. Yes, the shells, not anything else, the shells. I cut out a bunch of them because I was running out. When I made my practice card, I was running out, so it cuts the 3 of them out, and you would be surprised how little paper you need. So you know how, well maybe you don't, but I seem to save every little scrap that I'm reluctant to throw things out, and I know Sharon's the same. So out of these tiny scraps of paper, you can get those 3 shells, which is pretty neat. So now, because I've done my other card, I know exactly where these go, which is there. Well, kind of. It doesn't have to be exact, of course, does it? And we had a crumb cake, and that's a pool party one. Whoops. Get off there. Get off my finger. It's another reason I don't often use glue, because I get glue all over my fingers and then everything sticks to me. I just remembered I need to make a bow, so that's not a good idea, is it? Starfish in petal pink. So pool party, crumb cake and petal pink is what our shells are in. Just put that somewhere there. And blue shell. Where's the blue shell? Went right over here. Blue shell and a pink starfish. Here we go. I'll put that in the holder. And I've got that kind of there. Probably should have stamped my greeting first, but I didn't, so we'll just go with it. Oh, stay there, you. Get on there. Thought I might do the greeting out of beige. Well, I did my other one out of white. No, maybe white, I think. Grab a piece of white. One of those white scraps that we've got tons of. And like I said, the happy birthday is from Lovely Arrangements. So just going to do a practice stamp first, because I always do. Okay. Now I'm going to try and do something a little bit clever. I might actually give that a second to dry before I go messing with it and smudge it. I'll clean my stamp. Amazing. This one stamp I've used. Oh, hello Sharon, thanks for watching. So I'm going to take the banner punch and see how I go. I've not done this before, so I've obviously used the punch, but just so that I don't have to line it up on my trimmer, a little small piece, and we'll see how that looks. I might still have to cut it down. Looks a bit fat. Let's see how we go. That might be all right. Yeah, I don't mind that. Let's just do that. We could be fancy and do something for my pecan pie somewhere in here. Hope you can still hear me. I'm down in my scrap bucket. Just thought of something I didn't think of before. So we'll see what this looks like anyway. We're not, oh, too thin. I don't want that one. Grabbed the wrong piece. What's that piece? Do you guys use your scraps, or do you forget to use them? It's usually the first place I go if I need little bits and pieces. Silly not to, I think. Ugh. I didn't like that. Now what have you done to me? It's closed. I have to... That fixed it. Dropped it on the floor and it's open for me. Now I want to... I saw somebody else do this and I can't remember who it was. Those are my ribbon scissors. I need my paper scissors. So I don't want those ones either. How many pairs of scissors do you have to grab before you get the right ones, eh? So I'm just going to cut that in half. And then I'm going to put some seal on both of these ends. You could use glue. I probably should have, so that I could wriggle it a bit. Give you some wriggle room. Wiggle, wiggle, wriggle, whatever. Just want a tiny bit. And about the same the other end. The other option would be to punch the sentiment bit again a little bit shorter, and I could do that, and I have done that too, but that just makes it stand out a little bit more. And grab some mini dimensionals. Off my finger. I'm not sure what, yeah, just so that you know, Michelle's card, she's called the Fold Cute as a Bug Crossover Shutter card. If you're looking for it, there's not many online. I did find it. I don't think I did. On someone else had done, and I can't remember her name, had used Michelle's template. That's where I got the idea from, and she's used it with Waterside Retreat. So I've made a couple of cards using this fold. So let's just put that there. And now I think we need some linen thread. I don't know whether I only did a single bow on that one I've just done, but I might do, this is the last of this left, I might do a double. Yes, and I'm not good at doing double bows, wrapping it around your finger and stuff. I cut mine in half, and then I normally know that I can do it. See how I go with glue all over my fingers. It might be a different story. No, I got it. I think I got it. There we go. So that's a quick and easy way to do a double bow. Just a little bit thicker than a thin bow. Really love our linen thread. It's so easy to work with. And I think I might want that just there. I'll grab a glue dot. And my 1,000,001 pokey tools. That we had before we had Take Your Pick, and I've got, I don't know, several of those too, so yeah. Maybe I don't want to cover my greeting, so maybe I want it there. Then why I saved this was to do my inside, my writing bit here, and I might use my, see what I did on my other one. I'll use my glue gun for this too, seeing as it's a small bit of a fine bit of glue. my paper is bent a little bit from being torn. How about that? Push it right to the edge, which we can do because we've got wiggle room with our glue. Oh, gone right over the edge there. Let's push it back a bit, make it level. There we go, that's better. Now we can put maybe a pink one. We can do a pink one and a blue one, or we can do a pink one and a brown one. Doesn't really matter. That's why I did a bunch of them, and I'll put the same kind of thing on my envelope too. And then we're done. Well, not quite. We've got to embellish first, don't we? And you can go probably just there. I'm going to stick. Now, glue all over my fingers. And make sure that's the right way up. And get that centered. And I grabbed for my pearls because I wasn't sure what I wanted to use, but I thought, well, shells, pearls, so you can use pearls, but I found these that I still have left, and what am I going to do with them? So I thought I may as well use these. They're well and truly retired. Flat adhesive backed pearls. Goodness, I think we had these way back when we had that, what was it called? It was a set that had shells and birds and things as well. But I thought, no, this works really well, so let's just do this. If I can get the pearl up the right way, will be good. But other pearls would be fine too, of course. Okay. So and it folds like that to go into a normal envelope. That was my practice one. It's always good to have a practice one because then you don't forget what you were doing. So that's those. And I'll show you the other ones that I did. I can find them. Okay. So this was another one that I did using the same set. And I've showed you how to do that. I've done it before. And this was inspired by a retreat that I bought, and this idea was inspired by Michaela Titheridge. So I haven't put any embellishments other than the twine on that one though. I didn't feel it needed it. And this one was the other lady, I was trying to remember her name, with the Waterside Retreat, but hers had if you see it online, hers had a big chair there, but I didn't want to cover up my scene, so I just put some reeds there. And I love all of these ones. I was just going to close the door because someone's come home. So, okay, so I hope you enjoyed that card. And thanks for joining, everyone. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.